Hi, everybody. My name is Charlene. Um, I've been seeing a lot of videos going around, YouTubers and everybody making videos about the Cardi B situation, the Cardi B beef, and her beefing with Nicki, and a lot of people having conversations about this Cardi B kind of trying to emulate the black woman and her being praised for, her fighting and her this and her that. And, if black women were to do it, it would be a problem. So I think I want to talk on three things in this video. I want to talk about one, the whole Cardi B trying to, I guess, emulate or playing this black woman caricature. I'm going to talk about that. I want to talk about the Nicki Minaj and Cardi beef, I guess from the standpoint of, I guess, the respect thing. I don't know. I think Nicki Minaj, feels Cardi needs to respect her. And Cardi is not really pleased with the things that she's been doing. So I think I want to talk about Cardi and Nicki. And then last but not least, I kind of want to talk about this starmarie chick. This starmarie chick in her interview and her trying to talk about Cardi's character, basically, and defame her character. Now, I'm not going to talk about whether it's true or false. I'm just going to talk about my experience, because I actually met Cardi once. Actually, about 3 years ago, 2015. This is before she got her teeth fixed. I met her once. We're not for best friends or anything like that. But, I'll get there. I'll get there. So, point number one, the Cardi B trying to, I guess, emulate or be like black women or whatever. Me personally, I'm getting extremely, extremely tired and upset at people saying things like, Cardi B is a Hispanic chick. Cardi B is this, Cardi B is that. And, she's trying to act ghetto and she's trying to act like a black girl, or she's getting away with things that black girls can't necessarily get away with. And I'm really getting sick and tired of that. I feel like, yes, women, and not women, but people, who are lighter toned can get away with some of the more ratchet ghetto things, and it's acceptable or it's more popular than somebody who's actually, well, not actually, but somebody who is African American and somebody who acts, ratchet. I do see that. And what I will say is it's like that in every room. It's like that in hip hop. Black rappers, obviously hip hop is dominated by black rappers, but as soon as a white rapper comes out, they dominate. They sell more, they're endorsed more. I mean, it's just like that. It's like that in everything. Even with singing, there's plenty of African American women that can blow. I mean, sing they behinds off. But who are the voices that we mainly hear? The Demi Lovato's, the Adeles, and those ladies can sing. They face off too. But it's like that in every rim. You know what I mean? Oh, African Americans don't get praised when, they act ghetto and they act this. African Americans aren't praised in a lot of elements. I mean, let's just be real. In comedy, I think, Cat Williams and Martin Lawrence is a million times funnier than Jim Carrey. My opinion. But obviously, it's like that in every rim. I'm getting sick and tired of people, I guess, coming, for Cardi, saying, she's getting praised for ratchetness, and versus a black woman who acts the same way, she might not get that same recognition, which is true, but it's like that in every rim. You know what I mean? Black people don't get recognition, they don't get praise, they don't get endorsed for half the shit that white people do, and that's just the way that it is. But as far as Cardi B, fighting and throwing shoes and cussing and not being able to write, proper sentences or full sentences, let's stop saying that that's a black thing. No. That's how she is. Cardi B is Hispanic. She might have some Caribbean, some type of, African Caribbean, but they're all mixed down there. Cardi B is raised Hispanic. Her family is Hispanic. Her cousins, her brothers, her sisters, her neighbors were probably Hispanic. That's how they act. I'm getting sick and tired of people seeing a white person, a Hispanic person, I guess Native American person, a person of another race that's not African American. I'm tired of people saying that and saying, oh, they're making money off of being black. They're making money off of this. No, that's how they really act. Hispanic bitches be fighting. Like, Hispanic bitches fight. Hispanic bitches will fight over their man. They will cut your motherfucking ass. They will slice your face up if you pretty. That's how them bitches act. Black bitches act like that. Hispanic bitches act like that. The same with black girls. I'm sorry, not black girls, white girls. With this Cash Me Outside girl. Now, don't get me wrong, the bitch really need a good ass, drop her off in the real hood, for real, you know what I mean? And see what happened, But at the end of the day, let's stop saying, oh, she's trying to be black. That's not only a black thing. Bitches is fucking ratchet, dirty, disgusting, ghetto, will fight your motherfucking ass in every race. It's not just a black thing, like, oh, Cardi's fighting at the fashion show and she's cussing and she got famous off of being ratchet. Yeah, because that's how she was raised. That's where she come from. She's from the Bronx. And if you think about it, Bronx is known for having eons and thousands and damn near millions of Hispanics. She's Hispanic. Her family's Hispanic. That's how she's at. She's a Hispanic woman and she's ratchet and she's ghetto and she fights. That's not her trying to be black, or, you know what I mean? Now, as far as a black woman not getting recognition for behavior like that, I get that. But let's stop saying, when you see a white bitch acting ghetto, or you see a Hispanic bitch acting ghetto, or an Asian bitch acting ghetto, or not even acting, being ghetto. Let's stop saying that, oh, they're trying to be black. No, that's them being the fuck them. However they was raised, this, that, and the third. And that really kind of rubs me the wrong, kind of a little bit rubs me the wrong way. You know what I mean? Oh, she's trying to be black. No, she ain't trying to be black. That's how Shorty is. Shorty is ratchet. The bitch will fight your motherfucking ass, cut you. You know what I mean? And she's Hispanic or she's white. And that's how white bitches are ghetto too. White bitches will cuss your motherfucking ass out too. White bitches will steal. White bitches will lie and scam and cheat. And you know what I mean? Like, let's stop with this, with that. I really, that kind of pisses me off. Sorry, let me adjust this is my first time making a video, so I'm trying to get it together. The second point, with the Nicki Minaj and the Cardi B beef, the second point, that I said I was going to speak about. Here's the thing. Nicki Minaj was born in 1982. Cardi B was born in 1992. They're 10 years apart. Nicki looks bomb as fuck, but they're 10 years apart. 10 years is a completely different generation. I was born in 1990. I have a little sister who was born in 2000. We're 10 years apart. It's a generation gap. It's from music. I'll pick my little brother, and I have a little brother as well who is 12 years younger than me. But I'll pick them up. And I'll, be playing Big Timers and, Old Weezy and, Lil Webby and just, little songs, little bops that was back in the day. And they have no idea who they are. And it kind of irritates me. But completely different generations. Nicki and Cardi come from completely different generations. And what I will say after thinking about this, I feel like Nicki does, well, she doesn't feel like this. She said it. That, Cardi B hasn't shown respect and she hasn't showed, homage to her. And, that, Nicki's kind of not Nicki, Cardi has kind of gotten famous kind of fast. She hasn't really put in the work. She started off on Instagram and then all of a sudden she's, across overseas fashion week and doing all this and she's everywhere. What I will say is you can thank social media for that. Social media has given many people in many different areas of entertainment and just business advantages. And it is what it is. It's like that in music. You know what I'm saying? Again, Nicki is 10 years older than Cardi. So when Nicki was, about 2021, this was the early 2000s. And yeah, there was internet and yeah, we had flip phones where you could put minutes on it. But back then, you had to show up. You know what I'm saying? You had to really write. You had to really hustle and bustle. Let's fast forward 10 years. Cardi, she just gets on Instagram and she just pops. And it's like that in every arena. It's like that for comedians. You know, back in the day when Martin Lawrence and Eddie Murphy, them motherfuckers was hustling and fucking bustling. Now, anybody can be a comedian on Instagram. And I'm pretty sure it probably pisses off, you know, comedians that fucking really, and from the 90s and the early 2000s and the 80s, I guess, you know, that really had to put in the work. And now all people have to do is just click they phone on, and you know they got a comedy career. People who sell books. I mean, I have a book. I've written a children's book that I self-published. But authors, you know, back then people probably had to catch buses and trains to go to New York City and stand outside of publishing company offices, and you know, and do the most to get there. Now, I mean, you know, you can put your stuff on Amazon and pay the right person to advertise it for you on the Instagram page, and boom, your book is sold. So you can say that with every arena. And I understand why Nicki might kind of be irritated about the fact that, you know, this bitch ain't put in none of the work. She ain't showing her, she's not paying me homage. She's treating me like it ain't a big deal. So, you know, I will say, you know, you can thank social media for that. Social media has done that in every sector of I guess entertainment. You know what I mean? Like, people can just get on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter now, and if the right person retweets they shit, they're popping. That's just how it is. People don't have to work as hard as you did back then, and that's just with anybody. And as far as Cardi not paying Nicki Minaj homage, I think, you know, and this is where, you know, I guess I will say this, you know, when I was in college a few years ago, I was a dancer. I won't tell you what state I live in, but I danced in Delaware. I would drive to Delaware when I danced. And I met Cardi in the strip club. This is when she was kind of getting popping. She still had her first teeth, her first set of teeth. But this is when Cardi, she wasn't really rapping yet. I don't even think she put out her mixtape. She was just bobbing from strip club to strip club, getting paid to do club promotions and come to strip clubs. And she actually came to a club, the Gold Club, that's what it was called, the Gold Club in Delaware, Wilmington, Delaware. And she, you know, was a guest. And so, you know, Cardi B was a stripper. You know, you have to think, Cardi B was a dancer. She danced in one of the most popular clubs in New York City. She's used to being around rappers and celebrities. You know what I mean? I mean, she's used to that, you know, Drake's. And I mean, for years, she worked in very popular clubs in New York City. So I'm not saying that that's an excuse on why I guess she shouldn't have or why she didn't, or, you know, but I'm just saying that maybe Nicki could kind of understand a little bit more that, you know, Cardi was used to being around celebrities. I mean, she worked in one of the most popular strip clubs in New York City, one of the busiest cities in the country. She met celebrities before. This was nothing. I worked in Delaware, shitty ass little ass Delaware. I worked there, and I met celebrities. I met her. I mean, when you are a dancer, you kind of do. You're in a vicinity with people that make a lot of money. When Nicki Minaj got popping and rapping, she was working at Red Lobster. Now, don't get me wrong. She had a BMW, so you know she had to have been a bad bitch. She might have been fucking with a drug dealer. I don't know, you know, for her to have a BMW when she was working at Red Lobster. But when Nicki Minaj was younger, you know, she was an artistic girl. She went to art school, and then she stopped, and she graduated high school, and then she got regular jobs, and then she would, you know, rap, and she joined local rap groups. And I don't know if Nicki Minaj met a celebrity before. I mean, she probably did, but as far as being around them on a regular basis and being in the vicinity of celebrities already, I don't think Nicki Minaj probably was like that. I mean, until she got famous, you know. So then once she got famous, it was like, wow, you know, I'm here, you know, I've never met this person, I've never seen this person, I've never been around, you know, and that's just my assumption, and just, I don't know that to be true, but that's just my thought process when I think about it. You know, having been a stripper, having met Cardi B before, understanding, and I'm a millennial myself. I'm not a Generation Z. That's them 2000 kids. I am a millennial though. And millennials, FYI for y'all y'all 80s babies, millennials goes from 84 to some sites say 98, some sites say 2000. But y'all 80 babies, y'all in there too. So it's like, I'll try to act like, oh, y'all ain't young and this, that, and the third. But anyway, I'm a millennial, so just being a millennial, understanding how I grew up with social media. You know what I mean? I didn't have social media when I was in middle school, but when I was in high school, it was getting popping. And as I was ending high school, it was getting more popping. And then when I was in college, Instagram and Twitter was getting pop. Like I grew up with social media through my education career. You know what I mean? So I understand and I see it. People don't have to work as hard now as they did back in the day. And that's in any realm, whether it's rapping, if you're writing a book, if you a singer, if you a stylist, if you a these boutique bitches. They get their tax refund, spend $5,000, order a record clothes from AliExpress, and next thing you know, these bitches is a boutique. Back in the day, bitches had to suck dick. You know what I mean? Do all types of crazy shit. I'm just joking. But bitches had to really work and save to open up a boutique. Then you had to pay for advertisements in the newspapers. I mean, it was just, now it's not like that. Social media has changed the game. You know what I mean? And everything is easier. So, I mean, that's probably a reason why Cardi, mixed with her already being a stripper and meeting multiple people in the entertainment business already. And, just being, younger and she probably, when she met Nicki Minaj, she probably was like, hey, girl. You know what I mean? And Nicki Minaj, when Nicki Minaj met Lauryn Hill, I think she bowed to her. You know what I mean? And when Cardi probably met Nicki Minaj for the first time, it probably was like, hey, girl. Because she was used to it. I mean, she was used to being around. She probably was excited, but I understand why Nicki might be like, she hasn't paid me homage or she's, whatever. And the reasons I just stated, is probably the reasons why. Being around entertainment figures a lot and popping off fast on Instagram. I mean, it just is what it is. And then the third topic I wanted to talk about, excuse me, with this starmarie chick and her talking about Cardi's character and this, that, and the third. And all I will say is, I met Cardi B in 2015 at a strip club in Delaware where I worked. She was a guest dancer. She was with her manager Shaft at the time he took our picture. I don't even think she's working with him no more, but that's how long ago it was. But what I will say is that when I met Cardi, that bitch was mad cool. She was mad, like, when she came out of the dressing room, she was like, hey, y'all. She had a conversation with us. I asked her for a picture. She wrapped her arms around me. Like, I mean, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because we had multiple guest dancers come to the club I worked at. From Keiki to Dallas the Body, Pole Assassin. A lot, I mean, in the stripper world, you know what I mean? But nonetheless, big popular bitches, And they just had the stinkest attitudes. I mean, the stanky, shittiest attitudes. It's just like, for what? They didn't want to be around the other girls and they didn't want to. And Cardi was mad cool. Cardi was cool. I mean, she was cussing. I don't really remember the conversation, verbatim. She had an orange wig. But, yeah, she was cool. She was regular. Like, so what I would say is, as far as Starmarie, I guess, trying to come for Cardi's character, I met the girl and she's saying that she knew the girl and worked with her for years. But I'm a good reader of people. And honestly, she could have asked Stank. The bitch was mad cool. And I really, all this, she was dirty and whatever. I don't know what was said. But from my experience, I'll just put that out there. She was a very, very sweet girl. She was a very sweet girl. So yeah, I just wanted to come on here and talk about that. It was just really irritating me. Just a lot of things, just that I spoke about, especially, I think the thing that's probably irritated me the most was probably that, when people see a white person or a Hispanic person acting or being ghetto or fighting or whatever, and they're like, they're trying to be black. They ain't trying to be black. That's how the fuck they are. You know what I'm saying? That's how they are. I don't know if that makes sense, if I'm making sense, but that pisses me off. Like, I hate that. You know what I'm saying? Just because white people walk around with old ass New Balances and fluffy socks and and jeans pulled all the way up their ass and having a fucking wedgie, just because they like that now don't mean white people. Like, people forget. Them Irish motherfuckers, them English motherfuckers, them motherfuckers is ratchet. They went around terrorizing the whole goddamn world, taking over nations, slaughtering people, establishing countries and nations. Them motherfuckers is ruthless. But then when you see a white person that's fighting, a white person that can't speak proper English, you fail to realize a lot of them Irish people that came over are people from England that were punished and sent out of their country, and they landed and they were sent to Australia and sent to the United States. Half of them motherfuckers was dumb, ignorant, didn't have no fucking education. You know what I mean? I mean, stop it. When you see a white person, oh, they trying to be black. No, that's how the fuck they act. Ignorant, rude, ghetto. They ain't trying to act. That's like saying, like, when a black person speaks proper English, has gone to school, has probably got their ass whipped a couple times, and has morals and respect for others, oh, they acting white. That ain't a white thing. White people are some of the ghettoest, ratchetest, cutthroat, beat your motherfucking ass, set your ass on fire, lynch your motherfucking ass. Like, that shit bothers me. Like, when people see a white person or Hispanic person, you know what I'm saying, that is fighting or cussing or not speaking proper English, that they're acting black. They ain't acting black. That's how they are. So, on that note, I'll end this video. I guess depending on... This is my first time making a video, so I guess depending on how many views I get, you know what I'm saying, I could keep talking. Whenever I see a topic that I want to talk about, I can come on here and do it. But yeah, you can just subscribe to my page, like the video, comment, tell me what you think about, you know, the social media aspect, the colorism thing, and how, you know, it's okay. Talk to me, make comments, tell me if you agree, if you don't agree, you know what I'm saying? Just let me know. I woke up this morning and the shit was on my heart. I just wanted to get it out. So thanks. Have a good one.